I will record, okay? Great. So direct and indirect object. Now we have to know which one is the direct object, which one is the indirect object. Now, generally, my friends, generally the direct object answers to what? Direct object, what? And the indirect object answers to who? Who? What does what mean? What does what mean?
¿Qué?
Yes. What does who mean?
¿A
¿Quién?
quién? ¿O quién?
¿Quién?
Who? Now let's ask. Let's ask to the sentence. Let's ask. For example, we are going to ask to the subject. Ask to the subject. Ask. Organize a sentence. A question, sorry. What? It's in the past tense. It's gave. Gave. Past. What did you
Give.
give? What did you give to your mother? Question. What
Mother.
did you give to your mother? Answer. The answer is I gave a gift. I gave a gift. So to answer for direct object is what? What? So gift is direct object. Direct object. Gift. Okay. Now let's ask who to know indirect object. To know indirect object. Who? Let's ask. Let's ask. Who? Let's ask to the subject as well. Who did you give? Who did you give who did you give oh who did you give a gift? Who did you give a gift? Answer.
My mother.
My mother. My mother. My mother. Direct object, what? A gift. Indirect object, who? My mother. Is it clear?
Yes.
I know it's missing, don't worry, but I want to know if it's a little bit clear. We're gonna continue working, don't worry. So, what? A gift. Who? My mother. Okay. Direct object. So this is indirect object. Indirect I will write complete. Object. I will write also complete this. Direct object. Okay, this is how do we organize a sentence using two objects, direct object, indirect object. Okay, another example. Let's continue with our examples. She buys a pair of shoes. She buy a pair of shoes for her son. She buys a pair of shoes for her son. Now let's recognize where is the direct object, where is the indirect object. We can ask with what? Ask if you want to know which one is the direct object, which one is the indirect object. Ask what does she buy? What does she buy? Who does she buy? Who did she buy a pair of shoes? Yeah, answer. What does she buy?
Shoes.
Ask. Okay, ask. Sorry, here is missing the verb. What does she buy? Or who does she buy? Sorry, who does she buy a pair of shoes? Yeah. Answer. A
Shoes.
pair of shoes. A pair of shoes. Who does she buy a pair of shoes?
So, for her son.
For her son. For her son.
For her son.
For her son. For her son. You know, to recognize, we have to ask the subject. What? It's object, shoes. Who? Generally is a person. Son. It's a person. Okay? In that case, now we can say, now, this is the subject of the verb. I mean, subject of the sentence, sorry. This is the verb. A pair of shoes, direct object. Her son, indirect object. One more sentence, okay? Please focus on it. What? Direct object. Who? Indirect object. Okay? Shoes, a pair of shoes. Who? Her son. One more example. Now, one thing I want to tell you. How do I know? How can I organize? Not with all of the verbs. We can organize these direct object and indirect object. Not with all of the verbs. Focus now in this part. Focus on this part, please. 3. Number 3. It says, can you read, please? Can you read, Amalia? Is Amalia in the class? No, Amalia is not in the class. Karen, read, please. Karen. Number 3.
Uh, common verbs take two objects are guide, bring, offer, lend, or tell, promise.
Promise. Give.
The
Promise. Promise. Read again, Leina. Leina 1, Leina 2, Leina out.
Teacher, I am here. I have trouble with my microphone, teacher.
Sorry, read again.
Okay, teacher. Common verbs that take two objects are give, bring, offer, lend, owe, send, tell, and promise.
Yes, thank you. What does common verbs that take two objects mean? What does common verbs that take two objects mean?
Teacher, these verbs accept direct and indirect objects, and they are usually written and told in sentences, teacher.
Thank you. Okay, common verbs. Okay, common verbs that accept two objects, my friends. Common verbs. As I said, not all the verbs. There are some specific verbs accept two objects. Give, bring, offer, lend, owe, send, tell, promise. Promise. Let's use tell. Tell. Let's use tell. An example with tell. Nilton told a secret to Carlos. Nilton told a secret to Carlos. That is in the past tense. I can write in the present. Nilton tells a secret to Carlos. In any tense. What's important? Objects. Now, okay? Objects. Now, which one is the direct object? Which one is the indirect object?
Teacher, can I participate?
Yes, Leina, do it.
Okay. A secret is the direct object, and Carlos is the indirect object.
Okay. A secret is direct object. And Carlos,
Indirect object.
indirect object. Let's ask, what? A secret. Who? To Carlos. Okay, that is, you know, there are some group of verbs and those verbs are here in this part. The group of the verbs are here. Okay, and also not in just in this part. Now pay attention. Also we have here an extra grammar, an extended grammar in this part. Here you're going to see as well in this part. On page 116. On page 116 also we have these verbs. Some verbs commonly followed by two objects. Some verbs commonly followed. What does followed mean?
Seguir, Lisa. Seguido.
Yes, followed by two objects are some verbs. Verbs. Which ones? Give, bring, offer, lend, owe, send, tell, promise, buy, teach, show, write. Right. Okay, now let's use write. A sentence with write, please, partners. Tell me, a sentence with write, with two objects, with write. Tell me a sentence. Leina, do it.
Okay, teacher. Anna
Oh, Anna.
has written um, a story for her kid.
Nice. Great. Nice example. Why? Because you are using present perfect. Anna has written or written, as you say. I said written. Anna has written a story for her kid. Now tell me where is the direct object? Class, not Lena. Class. Class, Celia, Carlos, Etel, Elias, Eulogia, Karen, Catherine, Lisette, Marisela, Nelson, Nilton. I have a lot of heads here. Tanya, which one is the direct object? Which one is the indirect object?
Teacher, maybe I'm cooking. I'm cooking food for my dogs.
Yeah, why not? Okay, good, Celia. But tell me, now tell me, it means tell me, say, digan, which one is the direct object, indirect object in Lena's sentence. Lena's sentence, then in Celia's sentence.
Teacher, direct centers, direct object sería story, indirect object sería kids, her kid.
Thank you. What about in the second sentence? Celia's sentence. Celia's sentence.
Professor, direct object. Indirect object is
Okay. Perfect, my friends. Perfect. Okay. So far, everything is perfect. Now pay attention. Pay attention. I will confuse you more now. Then you're going to say, teacher, please speak in Spanish, you're going to say. I am joking. Now, I noticed that you understood. Now let's continue talking about this. There is another structure to organize direct objects and indirect objects. There is another form, another way, otra forma. Okay? How? I gave a gift to my mother. That was, I gave a gift to my. Now I can do in this way. Oops, we don't have enough time. Now pay attention. I can say the same, but in this form. I gave my mother a gift. Ah, what happened? I gave my mother a gift. Where is the direct object? Where is the indirect object?
It changed, teacher.
Ah, look at. My mother is here and a gift is here. So, where is the direct object? Where is the indirect object now in this sentence?
My mother.
What is my
Direct
mother?
My mother direct object, a gift, indirect object.
Do you agree?
No, teacher.
Not teacher.
Disagree.
Indirect mother sería indirect object. Object. Indirect object gift.
A gift. A gift. Yes. Yes.
Because.
Why? Why? Because we take, traemos, we take mother antes del objeto directo. Look at my mother. I gave my mother a gift. The sense, el sentido, the sense no change, no se cambia. I gave my mother a gift. But what's different? That we don't use to. It's not necessary here to. When the direct object is at the beginning, al inicio, at the beginning, preposition to is not necessary. I gave my mother a gift. Okay. We just exchange positions. It was like this. Now we exchange. Okay. Gift, mother. Now is mother first, second is gift. And preposition to is not necessary. Okay. More examples. Sorry. Also, it says we can use subject pronouns, object pronouns. Okay, we can use object pronouns. Do you remember the object pronouns?
Yes, teacher. Me, you, him, her, us, them, you.
Okay, thank you. Subject pronouns. Carolina, tell me the subject pronouns.
I, you, he, she, it, we, you, they, teacher.
Great. Thank you, Carolina. Subject pronouns are different from what Lena said. Object pronouns. Object pronouns are I, me, you, you, he, him, she, her, it, it, we, us, you, you, they, them, them. Pay attention. Don't confuse with possessive adjectives. Don't confuse. Possessive adjectives are I, me. Possessive adjective is my, you,
His, her,
her. It's
its,
our,
our,
yes, our.
our,
You,
our, their,
your.
their, their,
Excellent. Yes. These are, look at different groups. Different groups, my friends. Don't confuse, please. Subject pronouns, object pronouns, possessive adjective. Different. Now, what do we need? We are talking about object, and we are going to use this object pronoun, not subject, not object, not possessive adjective. Object pronoun. Why? Because these object pronouns we use, for example, I can say, Carlos, Carlos loves his mother. Carlos loves his mother. I can use pronouns, pronouns. Carlos, I will continue using Carlos. Carlos loves his mother. This is object. His mother is object. His mother is object or not. And now, where is pronoun? I don't want to say, no quiero decir his mother, quiero usar su pronombre. Which one is?
Carlos.
Carlos loves
Your
Mama,
mother. Your
Carlos,
mother.
my
Carlos,
mother. No, 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 my mother, no. Carlos loves his mother. Her, her.
pero she is her. A him.
No, pay attention. It's her. Her. Why? Because she is her.
Oh,
And mother. Mother is
mother,
she.
this woman is her.
Her. Object pronoun, object pronoun. Carlos loves his mother. Carlos loves her. As object, si quieren reemplazar objeto, usen los pronombres objetos. ¿Y dónde están? Where are they? Ahí está el grupo. Object pronouns. Object pronouns. Okay? Object pronouns. Now let's work. You're going to catch it. Give me a chance. Okay? Here it is. I will copy this and I will take up. Not up. Here.
Teacher, here is for the mother.
Yes, because it's a woman.
And not for Carlos.
No, Carlos is the subject. Carlos is subject. ¿Qué le pertenece a Carlos? Su mamá, y su mamá es mujer. ¿Y cuál es el pronombre de una mujer?
Here.
Yes,
Okay. Thank you, teacher.
you're welcome. Now, pay attention to this. Yeah, it was. I gave gift to my mother. I gave my mother a gift. Yeah, we just take mother at the beginning. We can use the pronoun here. Pronoun, object pronoun. My mother. I gave. What's the
Here.
pronoun?
Here.
Her. Her. Her.
Here.
I gave.
Here.
¿A quién? ¿Quién era her? My mother. I gave her a gift. When the direct object, cuando el objeto directo viene antes del objeto, perdón, cuando el objeto indirecto se viene antes, puede usar su pronombre que está aquí en este grupo. My mother is her. Como objeto es her. I gave her a gift. Let's continue now. Yeah, that was. Let's continue. Son, this was another example. Let's take, traigamos a, she buys a pair of shoes for her son. Intercambien, ayuden, help please. 2 minutos más y nos vamos.
No, teacher.
She buys,
Her son.
her son a
A
pair
pair of shoes.
of shoes.
Right.
Esto ya es, this is indirect,
Indirect object.
and this is direct. Right? Yes.
Yes,
Now,
teacher.
quiero usar, no quiero decir her son, quiero utilizar su pronombre. She buys
Him.
Here.
Son. 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 No se enfoquen en her. Aquí, ¿de quién están hablando? ¿Es varón, mujer, es plural, es singular? ¿Qué es?
Him. Him.
Son.
Him.
Es, ¿qué es? What does son mean?
Male, teacher. It's male.
Hijo.
Ah, hijo. ¿Y cuál es el pronombre de hijo?
Him, teacher.
His. Him.
Him. Porque está en función de objeto, no de sujeto. ¿Ok? Yes. Thank you. So I will eliminate her son and him.
Oh. Here.
Him. She buys him a pair of shoes. ¿Se entiende o no? Is it understandable or not?
It's understandable, teacher. For me. Yeah.
Yes. She buys him a pair of shoes. ¿Qué ya no necesitamos aquí? What do we don't need for? It's not necessary. She buys him a pair, a, a pair of shoes. It's not necessary. Again, cuando el objeto indirecto se viene antes del objeto directo, for ya no es necesario. She buys him a pair of shoes. Ya. Ok. Hasta ahí. Stop. Homework. Esto yo les voy a pasar. Y los demás quiero que me cambien así como les he explicado. Change, please. Change. Organize. Ok. How? De esta forma. 3 formas quiero ver. Ok. 1. My mother. This is one. El 1 ya está hecho. Oh, sorry. 2 es el que acabamos de aprender. 3, este es el ejemplo que van a seguir, ¿ya? 3, I gave her a gift. Y cada uno tiene que tener, it has to have, ¿cuál es direct object? ¿Cuál es indirect object? ¿Ok? Aquí no más falta, en estos ambos casos son, ¿ok? Así. Direct object, indirect object. Here, direct, no, indirect object, direct object. Ok. 1, 2, 3 de los ejemplos que acabamos de hacer. Y me aumentan 2 más. Okay, my friends, that's it. I will stop recording.